Hey guys, we have to talk about Newlane University because I think we may have found the absolute cheapest university on the planet. Yes, even cheaper than the free university, University of the People. Newlane cost even less. So in today's video, I'm going to walk you through Newlane University. It's fully self-paced. It's really cheap. They're doing a lot of really cool things. Let's see if this university is the one for you if you want to earn a college degree really quickly. If you don't know who I am, my name is Ryan, and I help people earn college degrees way faster. We're talking 4-year bachelor's degrees in 3, 6, 9 months. I know it sounds crazy, but if you're interested in that, do me a favor, click the like button and subscribe to the channel. You'll start learning more about how all this works. Let's dive into Newlane University. All right, guys, first off, Newlane, kind of a clever name. New lane, kind of a unique path, right? It's a brand new lane for earning college degrees. Pretty clever name. They actually used to be known as Teacher, Teachur, Teacher, and they were a degree granting institution called Teacher, which I don't know why anyone would want to agree with that name on it. It just does not sound good. Luckily, they changed their name, clever name, and they are fully competency-based, which if you've followed my channel at all, you know that I am all about fully self-paced college degrees. If you've proved to the school that you've learned the material or the curriculum, they give you credit for the class. So you can go get degrees in months instead of years if you do it right. Newlane offers paths like that. So let's dive into this and see if it's going to be worth it. And the first thing I want to get into, you guys, is cost, because it is really cheap. Now let's dive deeper into their policy page. And here's how it works. Your registration fee, so your very first month of enrollment, is $249, okay? And that comes with 30 days of, you've purchased 30 days of schooling, okay? And then after that, month 2 and on, you get charged $39 a month until you've reached $1,500 for your degree, okay? So $1,500 for a degree. And let me clarify, they're not talking about $1,500 for a bachelor's degree. You get your associate's degree first for $1,500. And then you get your bachelor's degree second for $1,500 more dollars. So 2 years and then 2 years broken into chunks like schools kind of used to do it. But you're talking $3,000 and you're capped at $3,000 for a full bachelor's degree. And time limit? None. The price is fixed no matter how long it takes. I get that the pricing structure is super weird. It's like a $39 a month subscription model, and it goes for about 32 months. So 39 bucks a month. And this doesn't bother me. Like I don't mind subscription models at all. We literally everything we do in today's day and age is on a subscription model. So it doesn't bother me. To go to university for $39 a month is really cool. But is the university worth it? Because here's the thing. I don't care if a university is completely free, like University of the People claims they are. I want it to be actually be worth my time because I want it to get me better jobs. I want it to get me the future that I want. And shout out, I just want to show you University of the People, the free tuition university. If we go to what is tuition free, we can see right here how it works. You actually pay $7,260 or more for your degree. So Newlane, shout out to you. You're not claiming to be free, and you're cheaper than the free tuition university. So that's really cool. So let's get deeper into Newlane. Now, first off, their big claim is we don't care how long it takes you to learn the material. That's why I love competency-based education. That is their big selling point, is we don't care how long it takes you to graduate. So you can go through like their Q&A at the bottom of the page, and that is literally how they're structured. We don't care how long it takes you. It's not about time in chair. It's not about classroom time. You can do this as fast as you want. It's on you. I absolutely love that. I love it. Now, let's get into some stuff that I think will help you steer your decision. If we go into their programs, they have almost nothing to choose from, and that is one of the big crushers of this university. They have an associate's degree in general studies. Then they have some bachelor's degrees. Well, they're structured so that you go to school for 2 years, get your associates, and then you can get your bachelor's. So what this is showing me is that literally 100% of their students have to get the general studies AA before the bachelor's degree, unless they're like bringing in transfer credits and don't need the associate's degree. So everyone's kind of pigeonholed into general studies. Okay. And from there, it does not get much better. First off, they have a Bachelor of Arts in Philosophy. Okay. Kind of cool. Not a lot of schools have philosophy that's fully self-paced. That's really hard to find. So that's pretty cool, right? Then you can see they have a Bachelor of Arts in Liberal Arts. Okay. A Bachelor of Arts in Liberal Arts Art History, Liberal Arts Business Management or Business Administration, Liberal Arts Criminal Justice, Liberal Arts Education, and Liberal Arts Psychology. So general studies, philosophy, and liberal arts. That is soul crushing for anyone wanting degrees for like really good jobs. Let's get into why I'm saying that. First off, philosophy. If we go to the US Bureau of Labor Statistics, you can search by field of degree, okay? And you can see how much money people make on average with these degrees. Philosophy and religion degrees, median annual wage is $65,000 per year. I don't know about you, but I am not going to college to earn $65,000 a year. I am not doing it. That's way too low paying for the effort it takes to go get the degree, and you can make a lot more without a degree. So why, like for me, I don't want to go get a degree if it's not increasing my pay. And I get some people like it's the education, I want to learn. You can learn things anywhere, right? Having said that, their pricing model is so cheap. Maybe you go and pay that just to learn, right? If that's you, that's completely fine. I'm not going to get a degree for career purposes that's going to pay me that low. Let's go even deeper, okay? Liberal arts degrees, they're other type of degrees. So they have one philosophy degree and the rest are liberal arts degrees. U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, and the reason I like using USBLS, this is based off of tax data. The government knows what jobs we work and they know how much we pay in taxes. That is what this data is calculated with. So it's hard to hide the truth, which is a big deal, okay? Liberal arts degrees, median annual wage, $60,000 per year. $60,000 per year, that's even worse. So the first big knock on Newlane, and Newlane, I am so sorry to tell you this, but I am not going to get a degree in any of these fields of study. I'm just not. There are so many fast, affordable paths to get degrees that lead to really, really good jobs. I'm not wasting my time getting a degree like this. Now, I know that there are some people that really like these. Like one of the draws for liberal arts is that they're very elective heavy. So if you have a whole bunch of transfer credits from the past, guess what? You can bring in all those transfer credits and just transfer them in, and most of them get accepted because liberal arts degrees, it kind of doesn't matter what the heck classes you took or what you studied. It's kind of just a mishmash study what you want degree with, and if you're minoring, like with a few art history classes or a few business administration classes or a few criminal justice classes, that's what liberal arts is. It's kind of just study whatever the heck you want degrees. That's why they're lower paying, because they're not prepping people as strongly to actually do well in the workforce. So that's a big deal for me. Now, the next knock, okay? And I don't like doing this because I really like what Newlane is doing. I love the competency-based model. I love the price and the subscription model, but there's just some stuff that I'm hung up on. Now, first of all, accreditation, okay? Newlane is US accredited as a competency-based program, okay? So they're accredited. But if you dive deeper, they are nationally accredited, not regionally accredited. And there is a difference. Now, regional accreditation is the higher form of accreditation in the United States, and like 80% of schools reach regional accreditation. There are the other 20% of schools are nationally accredited. So you're a bottom 20% school. And I know there's so much that goes into regional accreditation, like how long you've been in business. There's a lot that goes into it. But national accreditation is lower than regional accreditation. Next, the US government has come out and said, you know what, national accreditation, regional accreditation, they're all the same. It doesn't matter anymore, right? The government said that. It doesn't matter anymore. But still, the US government will only give government grants or fund your school for regionally accredited schools and not nationally accredited schools. I think there are a very, very few exceptions. There are a couple of exceptions where funding does come in for nationally accredited schools. Newlane University is not one of them. So if you're like, hey, cool, a degree for $3,000, that has to come out of pocket because the US government will not give funding to students going to this school. And to me, that is a huge red flag. Like, if the government won't grant funding for an institution, I don't want anything to do with it. It's like, it's a big red flag for me. So the $3,000 has to come out of pocket. Well, if you're sitting there wanting the $3,000 price because you don't have a lot of money, most likely scenario is that you would get a full government grant to a higher respected school and you would attend for free. So $3,000 out of pocket or free to a more prestigious, more well-known school. So that is big. Now, schools that have accepted Newlane graduates, I want to get into this. LSU, that's awesome. LSU has accepted Newlane graduates into their school. UMass Global, that doesn't mean much to me because schools like UMass Global will accept just about anybody. San Francisco State, okay? Then there's like London School of Theology, University of Exeter, University of Nottingham, University of Wolverhampton. So they're like, if you live in Europe, that's kind of cool. Hellenic American University, never heard of this school. University of Maine at Presque Isle, that means nothing to me because they'll accept just about anybody. Moreland University, I have never heard of. Isabel I de Castilla, maybe it's a South American or Mexican school, I don't know. That's like not good, you guys. For comparison purposes, let me show you a school. Like, we love Western Governors University on this channel for like respected quality of education, price, and speed. It is like unmatched for most degrees. If we go into their, like, who have they accepted? Right here, who's been accepted? What schools accept WGU grads? If you go through here, the list is absolutely massive. You're going to find 7 out of 8 Ivy League schools on this list. Harvard University, Johns Hopkins University, Loyola, like MIT's business school, MIT Sloan School. So University of, or Penn State, Purdue University, Princeton University, like, boom, the list just goes forever. And when we go back to Newlane University, it's almost like, hey, we got a student into LSU. That's really cool, but I got to see more than that. Like, nationally, it's really notorious, you guys. I get emails all the time. Hey, Ryan, I attended a nationally accredited school 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, and I can't get into a master's program later, or the school went out of business and all of my credits are gone. Like, what do I do? Or I earned half of my degree at a nationally accredited school, and a regionally accredited school I'm trying to get into won't accept any of the credits because it's a nationally accredited school. It's a real thing, you guys. So even the US government saying, like, you know what, accreditation, they're all the same. Like, don't worry about that, or if it's regional or national. But then on paper, they're not treating them the same. Universities don't treat, like, regionally accredited schools don't treat nationally accredited schools the same either. So huge red flag. Now, I want to get into a couple more things that I really, really like. Okay. If you've followed this channel at all, you know I love when schools enforce something, anything, to protect academic integrity, because so many schools, like, they don't proctor any exams. Schools can pull out their phones and use AI to just answer test questions for them. Schools like that are losing reputation really, really fast. Newlane is doing something pretty cool. Now, a lot of schools will just have proctored exams. So someone watches you take the exam and boom, you have proof that you didn't cheat through the exam. Newlane is doing what are called course hearings. So essentially, you meet with a teacher after you've, like, written your essay or passed your exams. After you've done that, you meet with a teacher and they have a conversation with you to ask you questions to see if you genuinely understand the material for every single class. And at the end of the entire degree, they have what's called a degree hearing, where you talk to 2 people from the school and they gauge where you're at intellectually to make sure that you're at a place where you deserve this degree. I really like that. I think it's really cool. And I love the competency based model. I think it's amazing. So if you go prove to a teacher that you have the knowledge, you did your assignments, did your essays, and then you have a conversation and the teacher says, I can tell they cheated, like they don't know what they're talking about. You're gonna have to retake the class and you don't get credit for the class until you actually have the information in your brain. I love when schools do things like this because proof that you've actually learned the material, it's just becoming more and more important. You're seeing universities dropping reputation. Employers don't want to hire people from certain schools because of that reputation. It's a big deal. Now, when you finish a class, you get either a pass or a fail. So you don't get an actual firm GPA. So if you need to go like medical school or something, like don't touch this school because you don't get the GPA. But there are other schools that I really like that are like that. So doesn't bother me that much. But the gist of all this, you guys, fully competency based, amazing. Academic integrity, doing like those hearings, that's really cool. I really like their mission and what they're trying to accomplish, but they have almost no degree programs to choose from. Liberal arts and philosophy, ugh, no way, no thank you. And they're nationally accredited, not regionally accredited. And that is an absolute deal breaker for me. So if you're asking me, should I attend Newlane University? I will give you my vision into the future and I will say a couple different things could happen. Number one, they could make it and become amazing, gain my approval, gain tons of other people's approval. They could also 5 years from now be out of business. And I don't know which one that's going to be. We need to wait longer. It's a small school. They don't have a lot of students and they don't have that higher level accreditation. So my firm final answer is no, but it's not a firm no. It's at least a not yet. So if you're looking for a school, my opinion, Newlane is not ready to jump into and take the risk of, I'm going to attend a nationally accredited school. I'd much rather go to a different school that already has the respectability, that's fast, that's affordable. You can go get a degree for just as cheap out of pocket and go get a degree in 6 months. You can do it really, really quickly. So if you want to learn how to do this at other schools that have the higher accreditation, that have more degrees to choose from, I'll leave a link to a video right here. And if you want my help getting a degree fast, I'm going to leave some links down below in the video description. I help people all the time get degrees in months, not years. I'll leave a training down below and a link to my program. Again, I've helped so many students do this. I might be able to help you. It depends on your situation. Use the links below to find out. Hope this video has helped. Like, subscribe. I will talk to you in the next video.